Hi everyone, can you see us?
Yes. We're a little bit early. We just wanted to make sure everything's working.
With all the technology going funny all the time, I'm hoping it doesn't go into a black screen. You
Panic.
you tried it though, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
Yay! I think we got it. Do we enlarge
Imagine
this
it
here,
from
huh?
here. Yeah. We're doing all right.
Yeah, hi everyone!
Hi, everyone.
Let us know that you're there so we'll get started right at 10 o'clock.
We just wanted to make sure we didn't have a black screen because I know there's a lot of browsers playing up at the moment.
Yeah.
So,
Hello, let us know.
hello.
Yeah, we did a Facebook Live on Tuesday, and it was a blinding the blind literally because our screen was black, so we couldn't see everything that was going on.
Yeah.
So hi everybody, we'll get started exactly at 10 o'clock. I'm just gonna go share this link on my laptop, so maybe you can show the
The
bottle
bottle. Yep.
that you're going to be doing, and then we can come and talk about some of the projects.
Lovely. Thank you. So while Pip goes and shares the link to a few of our other friends and groups, I thought I'd just show you these beautiful bottles. So this is just we like to drink. This is just a old wine bottle that we've taken. So you could do this on a plastic bottle, you could do this on a glass bottle, you could do this, really, this technique on anything that you wish to, a book, maybe it's a container, maybe it's a box. So I hope you can see the detail. Now that is the mould there. So you can just see all that beautiful detail. So that's one of them. And then the other one we've got for you is this one, which is with different colours and a different mould. Again, these are all using the Pentart waxes. So you can have a look.
And there's like so many different molds, right?
Oh, so many. I don't know if there must be over 40 now.
I
So,
know.
so many. So I think it's really for you to just go and have a look and see what you like. But these are
Okay.
really lovely
Hi,
waxes.
Sue. Hi, Sue. We got two Sues. Hi,
Oh,
Susu. Hi,
hi,
Susu.
Susu.
Yeah, the molds are really fantastic to work with. Dali and I work with them quite a lot, and we do. The great thing about the molds is that you can use them in card making. You can use them. We use them in different kind of projects. So Dali and I pulled two samples just quickly because we thought, oh, why not show you what we actually do with the molds. So this is a fantastic project here. This is one of the molds that's just been torn in half. I think we're using this mold today.
We are.
Yeah, so we have this mold that we're using today, and this is then colored with sparkling gels. So it's just a little nice keepsake mixed media box that we have here. And again, this is a mold that you're going to be using. I hope you can see that. Okay, and this just kind of pops open here. But I won't open it, it's got all my secret stuff in it. And so we have that, thank you. And if you don't want to go grungy and you don't want to be like steampunky, there's other uses, like it says, for card making, but there's other uses you can have too. I've actually taken, this is the lace mold, I think it's called.
Yes, it is.
And I've taken the lace mold, and as you can see, I've actually put it into my 3D Alice in Wonderland canvas. So that is a mold right there. It was white to start off with, and then I just basically took some antique paste to make it a vintage look. So you can use the molds however which way you want. So I think we're on time. Are we on time?
I think so. I think we can probably start.
So what we're going to do, I think the game plan for today is I'm going to show you how to make the mold. And I'm going to show you a technique with a mold as a bonus, and how to get started on your bottle and get ready to make your bottle. Dali's going to then show you how to make the bottle, and she's also going to show you a bonus technique of what you can do with the wax paste that we're going to be using. Hi, Janet. Okay, so basically what a mold looks like is this what it looks like. And that is just, is it A5, right?
It's an A5 size, this one,
It's
yes.
an A5 size, and that's what it looks like. Now, you were actually telling me earlier, you've used on
ice.
clay and in your baking?
Yeah, so we've actually, we've actually put, so don't use the same one that you use with the modelling paste light or any of your other pastes, but we've used just as you would with like rolled icing sugar. So you can either do an indentation with the reverse side or fill it. So there's lots and lots of uses for these. So can you imagine all those steampunk cakes, all those butterfly cakes and so forth. So, and the other way to use it, Pip's going to show you a couple of ways to use it, but I've also used it just to use this side, which is the reverse side.
Oh, yes.
To stamp actually into clay as well, which gives you a beautiful textured background. I made a journal page.
Yes, she did. She made a journal page. So this is actually the one we're actually using today. But like Dali said, there's about 40 different types of these, and this is how I do it. I just make loads and loads, and they don't stick together. So this is just how I store them. You can hear the crunchiness coming off. This is how I store them. And also the great thing about these is that you can actually scrunch this right up really tight, and it doesn't tear or anything. It just pops right back up to being a mold. I love that part about it.
I know, and you can sew them onto fabric. You do so many things.
You can do so many things. So I'm going to put my stash away for now. And let's move on and show you how I actually go about making the mold. So we need some modeling paste light that we use.
Yep.
And we need a spatula, which I'm sure I brought. And if I did, do you see it?
No, but I know you bought it. So let me just go and grab one.
Thank you.
I think it might just be on the table.
I was doing all the prep this morning, and I says to my sister, I said, "Don't you worry, I'll take care of getting the table set up." So I'm just going to bring the camera down. So again, it's just it's a light modeling paste. The reason it's light is because, as you could tell, these are just flimsy, super light, and so it's not a heavy modeling paste. And all we're going to do is I'm going to show you how I do this. Now for me, because I've been doing this quite a long time, when I first started out, I could usually get about, hi Paul, hi Sarah, hi Susan, another Susan. I usually could get about 3 molds out of one pot. Now, having played with it so much, I'm about to 5 to 6 molds out of a pot, so you get quite a bit. Now I'm going to show you some tricks. I'm just going to bring the camera down so that you can see what's going on here. And my sister will tell me if the lighting is good.
Yes, it looks good.
And you can see the mold.
We're a little bit behind you, but we'll be fine, I'm sure.
Okay, so there we are. So the first thing I do is I just take a little scoop. And for me, the first part is just to get it in all the nooks and crannies of your mold. Just like this. I just like to put it in and kind of dig deep. And I do that, and what I do is I go all the way around the mold. Now, I'm not going to do the whole mold for you, which is fine too, because sometimes I like using torn pieces for stamping, which is a quick technique that I'm going to show you. So once you've gone all around,
perfect.
And thank you. Once you've gone all around and you've gotten into all the nooks and crannies, the next step that you want to do is you want to almost, if you will, ice it on top. Just give a very thin layer. The reason for that is your mold won't come out because you've got some bare spaces here. So what you want to do is take a little bit on your spatula, and I just tend to put it down like this, and then you just want to ever so lightly just come over. So you can see the difference here and there. So you're just going to keep doing that. You're just going to put a little bit down, and you're just going to go all the way down your mold like this. So now what you're going to have is a piece that has no gaps and is very thinly done. Now you can go thick if you want to, and you can keep it thin this way. The other trick that I'm going to show you is always make sure you have some right down the plain side here. Okay, just have some down the plain side here, because you're going to need this when it dries as a lip to pull off. Okay, so that's very, very simple technique. Obviously, you do the whole mold. Okay, So that was how you fill the mold. So now, once you have filled the whole mold, this is what you should look like. This is obviously a different design, but this is what it should look like. The first thing that I do when I've filled my mold is I actually come around the corners.
We let it dry, don't we? For at least...
Oh, sorry, yes, good. Dali just reminded me. You have to let this dry. So this one I did last night at about 7 o'clock. So it's 10 o'clock here now. So I let it dry overnight. 24 hours is always good, depending on how thick or thin you go. But you can even see here, I've done it very thin that you can still see the indentations of the mold on here. So what you want to do is you just want to start lifting little bits off the sides like this. And you just want to lift and you want to go all around. Now this side I didn't do so I could show you. But every other side I've lifted off like this. And then all you're going to do is you're just going to start pulling this out. And it's so easy. And just watch that come out. And you're just going to pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it. Make sure it's dry. And voila, you now have your mold, which you can use in card making, mixed media, however you want to use it. Okay, so we thank you. Dali's been my good assistant today. So before I go on and start prepping the bottle and showing you how we prep the bottle, I just wanted to show you the molds, how Dali and I actually use them in stamping. So I have lots of little molds here. So I will just give you a sample. So let's say if you just want to do some stamping, just plain stamping, just using a VersaFine, then you can just come in and you can, let me do it on here, and you can use it like a stamp. So you can come in and then you can come in onto your paper and you can bring it down and then you will have a stamped image, which is great for creating backgrounds when you're using sprays, you're painting on canvases, and then what you have, you get this beautiful image that is like your mold. And because you get so many different molds, you can use them. So that's one way. You can actually use it and make it as your stamp pad. Now the other way to use this is that, as you can see, I've got lots of little pieces here that I use. The other way to use this is you can actually use it with distress oxides also. So all you're going to do is you're going to come in. I'll use some bright colors just so that you guys can see this properly when I stamp it down. As you can see, this one's been used before. Your molds are washable, so you can wash them or wipe them down with a baby wipe, I would say, right, Dali?
And you can actually leave them like that and use them.
And use them like this, right?
And you can paint them in different colours.
Yep. You can probably spritz on this too,
exactly.
right?
And you can use the pigment paste to colour the paste.
That's right, you can. And the molds, I've used stencil paste in them, glitter paste in them. I mean, they're all very, very good. So I'm just adding some random colors here, hoping that my distress oxides aren't too dried out. And then what we're going to do the same thing. Obviously, when you're at home, go slower so you get good coverage. I just did mine really fast. If you have any questions, please let us know. Hi, Terry.
Sharon, Terry, there's loads of people joining, which is lovely.
Yes, thank you, everyone. So then you're just going to pull this off. And then what you can see is you have this beautiful image that has come up from your mold in different colors. Now, the next step that you can do is I'm going to just go ahead and use this stamp. It's she's called Mixed Media. She's Mechanical Maiden.
Yeah.
Great big stamp. It's an A5 stamp, so it works really well with the molds because it's the same paper. So next, what we're going to do is we can bring this in. You can leave it like this and put a sentiment on it. You can cut it down, make note cards. You
emboss
can
it.
emboss it. There's so many things that you can do. And in my case, I'm just going to show you how gorgeous it looks when you actually stamp on it. And I'm using this mold in particular because it speaks to the Mechanical Maiden. So I'm just going to make sure. It's not going to be perfect because it's live. At home, I'll take more time. So I'm just going to come in and ink it down again. I'm using the Onyx VersaFine ink.
It's one of my favourite stamps.
What's that?
It's one of my favourite stamps.
Yeah, it's one of your favourite stamps. I know.
She's so beautiful.
We use her a lot in our work, don't we?
We do.
Okay, so we have that. I might have to come in a second time. I'm just going to bring that over here. And then we're just going to go ahead and we're going to stamp her. So these are just some little extra little tips that we're just throwing in there. Don't ever think that your molds need to be used for just one thing. They're very, very versatile, as I showed you on the box, the Alice in Wonderland canvas, and of course a bottle that Dali is going to be making for us. I think I've pressed her down enough.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's my good VersaFine or is my older one, so
sorry.
I'm just trying to get that done.
I don't think that's good enough.
Yeah, so I will show you how that has turned out. And now just imagine putting backing paper on this or having done this on a canvas, how wonderful that would look.
I would even bring some of the Distress Oxides in to just colour the coat.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So you could take the Distress Oxides, bring them in and do some watercolouring. But that kind of gives you an idea of what you can do. So it's good. It's kind of like 2 in 1. You get a mold and a stamp.
Yeah.
And for those of you who love to bake,
yeah, and
do
texture.
clay work. Yeah. So there you go.
It's beautiful.
And so moving on, what I'm going to do next is I am just going to show you. In fact, we'll just use the mold that we pulled out. We'll just go ahead and use that. I always have my other mold underneath, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with black primer paste, and I know that this one will probably be black too. I mean, you can color them any color you want. And you're just going to come in with a gesso, a thick gesso, to get good coverage. You don't need to wet your brush. And you're just going to start coloring this in. Now, I'm not going to color the whole thing in because we have one already done. But this is all you're going to do. And as you can see, you're getting a lot of coverage on that. Now, when you're doing the bottle or some mixed media projects where you're actually going to be molding this and turning it up so it's kind of got this look, what I always do is once I've done the top, I always turn it around and I just do the edges so that when you are playing with corners and you're turning them around, you're not going to have that stark white look.
Good tip.
Okay, so you have that. And then let your mold dry, set it aside. I mean, this primer is already starting to dry, so set it aside. If you want to come in again with a different coat or some sparkling gels or something, then you can do that too. Okay, so that is a mold. In terms of your bottle, I just have a wine bottle here of red wine because I can see some still at the bottom. With the gesso that I'm using, you don't have to worry about the bottle being white or black. So whether you're a white wine drinker or a red wine drinker, it doesn't really matter because the gesso will give you full coverage. What I do is I take a heat gun and I remove the labels off my bottle. Once I've used the heat gun, if there's any residue left, I just come in with some rubbing alcohol on a paper towel and I take the residue off. So your next step, once you've done that, is again, you're just going to come in with the black primer and you're just going to basically just start priming this all over like that. So you're just going to keep going all the way around your bottle. And then you're going to let it dry. Now, if you do a very thin coat, you can also put some of the LED lights in there and they will shine through. But you can see right there that you're starting to get really good coverage just from doing that. Okay, I think I am done showing you some tips and techniques. Here is a mold that I've already, Dali prepared last night. She's already done this. So it is black on one side, and again, we've got the corners covered. And we also have the wine bottle ready to go. So Dali's going to take it from here. Thanks, everybody.
Oh, thank you. I'm just going to bring the camera up again.
Yeah, say hi.
Just say hi to those who've just joined us.
Dali.
It was Pip who was doing those demos.
Yeah,
right,
that was
so
me.
she kindly did this for me last night. I have to say a big thank you to her. And she kindly painted the mould for me as well.
I thought you did that one. I've got so many going.
So it's absolutely brilliant. So for anybody who missed the beginning, today I'm going to show you exactly how to achieve these techniques. These are just old wine bottles. Pip's drank them all. And so you can see that's one technique. And the mould we're actually using today is this one. These are texture impression moulds, so they're absolutely beautiful to use, and I know a lot of you have them, and it's always nice to do a little refresher, and Pip just shared with you some really, really nice techniques. So how do we get started? There's lots of different ways to do this. One of the ways we find easiest is to paint it obviously black. You could do it white as well, and you could keep your mould white. So if you were doing, we did some for I think you did some for a wedding, didn't you? Where you had them all white. Did them
for a wedding, yeah.
And they put all their numbers for the table numbers in the top, and they were all matching their white wedding. So there's lots of different ways. So you could even now paint this in one of your acrylic paints. So if you want it to be a metallic, you can make it a gold colour. So you could do whatever you want to do with this bottle, even before you start. Just make sure wherever you're going to put your mould, that it is a flat surface. It's just easier to adhere. Now, Pip has given me a technique of how to do this. So I'm going to get started. So thank you for everybody who's joining us. We really appreciate it. And let me share how I'm going to do this. Shout any questions to Pip. Hopefully I can see that it looks like I'm at the right place. I've got to move this back a bit, because I know Pip will kill me when I give her new craft matter a different look. So you've got the mould, turn it upside down. Get yourself a glue gun. This is what we find is the best technique to do it with, or the best product. Where you're at? Yeah, that's perfect.
Oh, no.
Yep,
yes, that's perfect.
Yeah. So start at the centre. It's just easier, and just keep going across all the way to the edge with your glue gun. Okay. Take the bottle. So if you've got a particularly typical bottle, you might have a designed bottle or something. So just try and position it. I like to sort of just ball it and just put that down. Just hold that in place for a few minutes. Pull the two sides up so you've got a good grip on that. Okay, if you see any of these little hairs of... So that's how we're going to get started. So what you're now doing is made your life a lot easier. Right, next step is to do each of the edges. Okay, if you miss anything, don't worry. If you want to put double-sided tape down and also glue, that's fine as well. It really is how you feel comfortable. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to roll it, because you don't want to burn your fingers. So, okay, so with the parchment paper we're using, so can you see how I've already got that down now? So that is a really nice enough for me. Got these little hairs, just let them dry a little bit and you can easily pull those off afterwards. Okay, let's do the last bit, which is this side. Then let's go through this. So I hope you're all keeping well. I'm still in Canada. I've been here nearly 5 months. I've got a couple of, I think just under 5 months. I've got a couple of more months to do and I'll be back in the UK. I think I've driven Paul mad. But it's been so nice to spend so much time with my family, especially with Pip, because we're still doing a lot. So, and definitely makes us happy when we get to do these Facebook lives. So I think I'm happy with that. So now we've got this really adhered. If you really want it flatter, then obviously just make sure that you've got this flatter. So very, very happy with that. So I'll just hold that very quickly for you and show you. Right, this is where the magic begins. So I'm going to actually try and lie it down so it's easier. What I've got here, which is really heavy, and I didn't even realise, is I've got here the waxes. So waxes, again, like most things in our life, come in lots of different colours. So we've got a combination of colours here. So you've got these beautiful turquoises, you've got coppers, bronzes, you've got, you know, your typical gold, which is magenta. Is magenta your favourite? Magenta's her favourite.
It's so bright.
Yeah. So there's just too many colours. I mean, this is a honey gold or fire. So I like turquoise. I'm going to take some brass. I like brass. I'm going to start off with those two, and plus maybe let's have a look what my third colour will be. I do want a third colour. Do you know what? I might even go with the gold because I quite like the gold. I know this is it's such a different combination. I just want to choose those three colours for now. So what you do is, what I find the easiest to do is just take them. They've all got a slightly different consistency because of the pigments in them. You just put all these other colours below for a second. Gently on the paw of your finger, and if you don't want to do this, use a brush. You start to come in on the elements which are raised. So you can just see how gently this will go so far. So can you see already how that's making that pop? So just hold it there for a second. I know Pip's going to have a look at that. I just want to make sure I'm in the right place. Maybe I raise that a little bit higher for you, so when I'm doing it.
Yeah, you could probably have it a little, even looking
Start,
at you,
yeah,
you probably, because you could probably take it to the thing. Oh,
there
that looks gorgeous. Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand it up so that you can see a little bit better.
Yeah,
like that.
I think that would be perfect. I'm just going to check to see what they can see, and then
what I'm going to do is I'm coming in with some of that beautiful blue.
Oh, I love that gold.
And I just like the fact that the mould itself.
Oh, way better, hun.
Yeah?
Yeah, they can watch you now work. Do your magic.
So what we're doing is we're bringing a little bit of that blue wax in as well. It's so lovely to work with this like this. And then you can see, I mean, you could even leave it in these two colours. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry on with that. A little bit of blue down to the bottom. There you go.
Okay, they said better. This angle's better.
Good. Yeah, it's always hard because it's obviously not a flat surface. So all I'm doing is, you know, just using my fingers. And you, like I said, if you feel like it's something, these all smell of orange oil. They're all water-based, so they do not have a solvent-based smell. They're very kind to your hands. They've got a beautiful oil in them.
They have orange oil in them so they don't mold.
Is that why it is?
Yeah,
so it's like a preservative.
They don't.
Now I want to just show you where I'm getting with that. It's very subtle because I don't want it to be too much. I want it to look like that. Now you could do this, and we have had ladies do this on a full bottle of wine. So I don't mean like they've drank a full bottle of wine. I mean they actually have done this technique with a full bottle of wine. So as a gift. So I'm just going to come in and put some brass in there for you.
Just a quick tip though, when Dali and I did this the first time in a workshop when she was visiting Canada, we had a lot of ladies run out and go get wine bottles when they realized what we were doing, and obviously they couldn't drink them, so they decided they were going to make gifts. And what happened was, by the time they had covered them, they didn't realize whether they were a red wine bottle or a white wine bottle. So basically who got the gifts had no idea what they were getting. So maybe if that's what you're going to do as a gift,
do a tag first.
Yeah, to take off the tags and write down what bottle it is first, because I don't want to give away all my good wine.
She doesn't have any wine to give away. She's drank it all. So as you can see, these just work. I love the brass and the turquoise. I think they're two colours that work really well with the gold. And you can just see how that's all going to come out. Now I hope you can see what I can see.
We have little baby bottles.
Oh, they're lovely. So I've got a little bit of going on there. So hopefully that's a really better shot for you. And I'm going to start bringing the blue in here. So you can see, I know it's just so lovely to work with. And if you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask regarding the technique or how to, use these. But, both Pip and I just love working with these. It's a project I know lots of you may have seen at some point, but there's lots of new people always joining Facebook and joining the groups, and they may not have seen these, or they may have bought them and put them in the cupboard, which we all do as well. So I don't know if you can see that and how that looks, but do you see where we're going with that? So it's just a really, really simple, easy technique. Now, as Pip's shown you, you can do this on the books. Now, if you want to go through and do the edges a little bit, so if you have got a little bit of...
Oh, it looks lovely, Dali.
Thank you. Got a little bit of, want to cover all the edges. You want to start bringing this into the bottom, which I really like. And then sort of, making it sort of blend a little bit more. This is what I would do, is just take a slight, obviously at home, take your time, and do what you need to do. I don't know what she's laughing at.
Our mama's brought us tea.
Oh, we're so blessed.
Mama.
So we've got Mum making us tea. We're very, very lucky. We're very spoilt as a family. So, and I know it's been very hard, and we've all had to put up with each other. We're all challenged at times, but we're very, very happy and very blessed. So you can just see all I'm doing is I'm going round this bottle, just blending all that in using the 3 colours I've chosen. Now you could have chosen more colours. I prefer to stick to 3 colours in most things I do. So what I'm going to do is I'm just carry on with the edging of the bottom of the bottle. So all we're doing is, I just want that little bit at the bottom to also be a part of it, because it just looks really nice. Now this could be for a gentleman, it could be for a friend. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to carry on blending these 3 colours onto the bottle, because I just want it to be a part of the bottle, these 3 colours. So it's all really nice.
I'm laughing. What teacup do you want? I Can't Adult today?
Yeah, that's
or
a
do you
good
want
one.
the next gen hearing aids one?
So these are the choices of mugs we have in this family at the moment.
Yeah, we've got a hearing aid one, next gen, and we've got an I Can't Adult Today mug. I'll let you have the I Can't Adult Today.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll take the hearing one.
So this is our life, really. So all I'm doing is I'm just taking those colours and I'm just going in. It doesn't take long. Obviously, I'm doing it quickly, but at home, please take your time, enjoy it, really make it your own and own it.
Yeah.
After. So we've just got that there, and then we can do. If you want to put more detail into the back, like we've done, you can use the glue gun to put more detail in. So all I'm doing is I'm bringing in all these colours, and I just like the fact that it just goes on so smoothly, smells gorgeous. I can't tell you. Shall I just show you the back? So you can see how beautiful that is. It's, you can polish that up a little bit more to make it more shinier. You can just see it's so beautiful, and it's just transformed from just an old bottle. But put this on one of your, old books. Do the same technique. Put it on one of your boxes. Do whatever you want to. Do it on your gift box for somebody. So you don't have to, worry how that looks. So I'm just
got a really good question here about from Michelle about the glue, using the glue gun. Now, these were done in 2018, I think, in May when we did the first retreat.
That's right.
That's when they're done. But heavy body gel,
yes,
if you if you would prefer, then that is another way to go.
It is, and the heavy body gel is sometimes what glue, with heat or with anything else, it moves away. It starts to lift.
Okay.
So with the heavy body gel, that's an absolutely great question. That will mean that it will be adhered for longer, and you can adhere metal or anything with heavy body gel, which is absolutely brilliant. Thank you for that, Michelle. Very good point. And it's really nice to hear what other people do, because we you know, sometimes you get stuck in what you do, and it doesn't mean to say it's right or wrong. So that's where I am with that now, and I'm quite happy with that, I think. But would you do more on that, or would you quite...
I quite like it. I quite like it. The gold you've gone a little bit darker, or you could show the effects if you really want to go in deeper, or the turquoise, but only the gold. I really love that gold. Just do it on one area, because I think you've done a fantastic... There you go. Look at that shine.
Yeah, so...
See the difference between the two? So you're going for a more muted, grungy kind of really look, and then if you want to go for a bright look, oh, actually we can just show them this one. Don't take the look away from that one, but you can probably show them the bright. That's the magenta.
So we've got 3 different looks.
Yeah, 3 different looks, all with the same kind of wax paste and everything.
Techniques. Right? So again, you know, if you take your time, you'll get different. We've put some on these. We've put glue on. I'm not going to do it on this one.
Just drip glue with the glue gun.
Yeah. And then what we do, and we find easiest to do, is to take the bottle. Oh, put these the wrong way around, honey. Okay, so that one. I'll probably be using them in a minute. Is to start off the actual. Let me put it up, and you can see me a little bit as well. There we go. Hello. So I'm really happy that you're all watching. So what we do is we just take some twine.
Put a glue dot down, I think, and then wrap.
Yeah, and then we just put a glue dot down, and we start to wrap. So I'll just show you. I'm not going to do it all, because obviously I'll be here all day. So the easiest thing is, so what I've done is put a drop of glue, let it dry. Don't try and move it while it's still wet, because that's the best thing that you can do. Not the best thing, that's the worst thing. And what I start to do is I just turn the bottle, hold the string, turn the bowl. It is the easiest way to do it, and keep going.
Probably best to drink the bottle, sleep, and then do this project.
Definitely.
The spinning bottles and having drank that whole bottle probably wouldn't be a good idea.
Exactly. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave this here, but what you would do is take it all the way to the top. I would take a scissors for me, honey.
Yep, I can get you some scissors.
And I would keep going all the way to the top, but I'm not going to do that. I've got other techniques I want to share with you today, and I'd rather do those and then show you how to wrap this twine. So there we go. We'll put that over there. So what we're going to do is keep going round. Woo. So just like I've done, so much easier if you're turning the bottle, I have to be honest. And then just at the end, and you'll do this once you've got to the top, obviously not halfway like I've just done, but you can do this and then you can continue. You can do it with ribbon, you can do it with pearls, you can do it with whatever you want. We've got a really nice corset.
Corset one.
Yeah. And I've done all ribbons and gems.
Your girlfriend. That's a great one to give as a bridal gift. Or bride to be with the corset on.
Definitely is. And even on these, we can go in now. We probably could add some cogs, and we could add some other elements to this and make it even more 3D. So hopefully you've enjoyed that element of it. And I'm going to show you some more techniques. So quite quick, quite simple. Really nice altered mixed media bottle for you. Thank you, sweetheart. So here what I've got is I've got just black cardstock, just embossed through an embossing folder. We can do it with any of the stencils, the thicker mylar stencils, or you can do it with embossing folders. And what I just want to do is share some of the colours with you and some of the techniques of how I do it. So honey, bring my computer down here. Otherwise you won't be able to see anything, will you?
I'm always on her.
So here we go. So what I want to do for you now, I'm just going to use one card at a time, is we have a range as well that we use and enjoy. And a lot of people ask me, but they're just white. They're called our chameleon range. And they are different. We have quite a few colours in these. I know we have a white gold, we have a peach, we have a blue.
Oh, right. Chameleons.
The chameleon waxes. Very, very different to what I've just shown you. Again, you could use these on your bottle and do exactly the same. The chameleons are great because they show up totally differently on white stock, totally differently on black stock. They're made for black stock. So let me start off with the blue. Just take a little bit, again, just a little tiny bit, and just watch the magic happen. I mean, I can't tell you how beautiful this blue is. It looks white. We do a green in it as well, actually. Can I show you that? I'm just sewing all of these. And a lot of times everybody sees the chameleons, and the thicker so you can go in and you can put that on thicker. I always tend to use a lighter hand because you can go and build up on that. But if you can't, then it's difficult. Now this is a bit of the peach. Let me just show you. And these colours are just different to the other range. Now these blend really well as well. So you can bring this in and start to sort of get these sort of, and this reminds me of the sort of moon. And see, now where I've gone thicker, I'll show you where I've gone thicker and you can see it. See how I've gone thicker there? Oh, I've got gold on my hand now. Where I've gone thicker, can you see that? Totally different. So again, keep doing that. We've got a white gold in this, which is my favourite. And again, let's go in with that. Absolutely beautiful, the white gold. And again, you could make this look like metal. So if you have a look at this now at the bottom, let me just show you. This is when you put a lot more on. Can you see that? It looks just like metal. And it is absolutely beautiful. And that's still, while it's still a little bit wet. Now we have I know we've got a green in that. I don't think we've got one open here, but there's a beautiful, one of my other favourites is the green. So you've got all of those. Those are what we call the chameleon waxes. Then you've actually got the magenta my sister keeps talking about. Better use it, because otherwise
you best use it, girl.
You can see again, absolutely, they're all different in colour. They all come out differently, and then you've got this beautiful finish there with the magenta. So it's just showing you all these different colours, all these different techniques of how you can make something look different. So let's try. We've also got a metallic blue. Let's show you that. So this is just an array of colours I'm using. So again,
oh wow,
you can just go really thick. Go over the bits you've done if you want, and really make this. I mean, I'm going to show you on the other piece. I'm just showing you the different colours here.
Can you do silver and copper?
Yep, we can do silver and copper.
They've coming past some of my favourites for my steampunk work.
Okay, so we're going to take
bossy little sister here.
Bossy little sister here. So we're going to take some of this silver. Silver again, gold and silver, and the brass and the copper are totally. So look at this. When you bring this in with the blue, I can't tell you how beautiful this looks. I don't know if you can see it, but can you see that? And they are absolutely amazing. So hopefully you can see them as well as I can see them here. So you also said copper. So brass, copper and gold are the 4 metallic metal ones that they launched originally. Right, let me have a quick look. You wanted a copper. And have I got a copper? I should have had a copper, shouldn't I, sis? Okay, I haven't got the copper here for some reason.
Oh,
I
know why. You're probably using it somewhere on
my project.
In a project. Yeah,
so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of the new colours.
Look,
which is the
right here.
Oh, whoopsie daisy. So I've got this beautiful fire gold as well, which is slightly different. So they're all different. And to make them deeper or lighter, just put more or less on. So let me just put that copper, because otherwise I'm going to not be very popular. So the copper, I know a few of you have just got these. Look at that. So what I'm going to do is on the next one, I'm going to make a sheet of metal for you and show you how that all works together. Okay, can you see that? Oh, the camera's up here. So hopefully I can show you all, that's just a few of the colours. The chameleons, the metallics, the waxes, They're just so, 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 so beautiful. So if anybody's got any questions, just let us know. If you want a PM, then that's fine as well. If there's a question you want to ask us to help with any techniques or colours, just let us know. So let's do, I actually quite like that. We can always post it. And you can make that into a card, you can put it on a book cover. Right, I'm going to make this one look totally as if it is. I'm going to take some of my chameleon white gold, yay!
Oh, that's my favourite. So they're all my favourite.
So I'm going to start off with that, and I'm going to just bring that in. I'm going to just show you how I'm going to make this piece just into a sheet of metal look. And if we just do that gently, don't worry if you've got too much, too little. Some of it will dry as well with so let me just start on this corner. I'm going to take a bit of that blue. Okay. And oops, got a bit too much on my hand. Just bring a little bit of that in as well. I just love this look. And I just think it's very subtle, but it's very, very effective. Take a little bit of the copper and bring that in. Okay. Now, this set is absolutely beautiful. Now, I love the chameleon blue because there's another colour that I can do that I find works really well with this effect. There's the difference between the blues, there's a difference between the chameleon range. So again, just have a play, see what you like, and then we can take it from there. Let me just say, let's bring a little bit of this in. Can you see where that's going? I don't know if I'm moving that all out of sight now. I'm so excited myself. So I just like it so much. I just love the fact that you can take a piece of black card and then make it your own. Just imagine this. It just reminds me of wallpaper. The possibilities are numerous. So there we go. So I'm getting a little bit more in here. And again, you can start to make this even more like thicker, put more colour into it. I just want to show you what this will look like with just 3 waxes. I've used the white gold, the blue, the chameleon white gold, the chameleon blue, and I've used the copper. You could use the brass. So there's so much that you could do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just finish it off the edges with some copper, just to make it a little bit darker on the edges. And then you'll see that that's another way you sort of frame it a bit more. Just bring that in. And again, it's up to you where you want to add the colours. Let's put a little bit more blue into this bit. I'm going to put blue on all the little bits of flowers I see. So just to pick those up.
Dali,
yes.
Can you just explain the difference between the metallic waxes and the chameleon?
Okay, yeah, I can. So have you got a white piece of card?
Have I got a white piece of card stuck? I absolutely do, just for you. Do you want
can you see what I've done with those?
Do you want me to quickly emboss it for you?
That wouldn't be a bad idea. Then I can just show the difference between the two very easily. So can you see? There's the colours. I've just used 3 colours there. It'll take a little bit of the oil will take a while to dry. If you've, like me, been a bit heavy-handed, you can just wipe that away with a bit of baby wipe, and that will just take anything off that's too much. So you'll see. Okay. So hopefully you really like that. I mean, that's a technique, and that's mainly done with chameleons. And it's hard to see chameleons on white cardstock, but they give a beautiful, beautiful, subtle effect. And that's what I want to share with you. And in fact, what I'll do is, while Pip embosses that,
sorry
if I can see, no, that's okay. Where the girl is, remember Pip did this earlier. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what happens with the white gold on this, where the black is. Just watch this. So it's just going over the black. doesn't really affect anything else. And now I'm going to turn her all into gold. Turn her all into gold. And then what I can do is, now this works with the chameleons. If you try to do this with the normal metallic waxes, what would happen is you'll just get a thick piece of wax. Now let's take a bit of blue onto her.
Here you go.
Thank you, sweetheart. I'll just show you that in a minute. So now I'm going to do this subtle blue.
Ooh, looking lovely.
Now you can do this with the chameleon waxes. You cannot do this with the other wax, and I'll show you exactly what I mean in a minute. It's much, much harder to get this control. So can you see that? It's so subtle on the white. It really is. Now if I show you that on the black, the same two colours, watch, totally different. Just wipe my hand. Totally. These are the chameleon blue and white I'm showing you.
Michelle has another good question.
Oh, Michelle, you're very good.
Can you use a waxes watered down? My inclination is no, because they're a wax, right? And
They've got an oil. They're oil based. I wouldn't water them down. But what you can do is just spread them very thinly. The best thing to do, the same effect, if you want a watered down effect, is to use the Delicate or Glamour acrylic paints, and you will get the same effect, but watered down.
That's
so
lovely.
You can see that corner. Now look at this. I absolutely love, this is a really hard one to show you because it's got this metallic finish. Now you can't achieve that with the other waxes. Let me just show you. If I put this on, which is the gold and the copper of the metallic, what you're going to get is you're going to get a much darker finish, and it's just going to rub onto the paper rather than glide onto. I'm showing you that very well. Glide onto the paper. Whereas with the chameleon on white, it has this hint. It's nearly like a hue, and it's nearly like iridescent. So that's the best way for me to describe the differences between them. Is the chameleons were made for black cardstock. The metallic waxes are made for both, but if you have a black surface, then you can do that. Let me show you what the difference is. So I can't, it's so hard to show you the chameleons on white.
But they give a pearl effect, don't
they? They give a pearlescent effect.
Iridescent pearl effect, I think.
And let me show you.
I love it on white too, personally.
Now, if you're doing Christmas cards or anything like that, then I would. Now, I don't know if you can see this on the white, and I'm hoping you can. But that's the effect it gives. And the same colours on black, totally different. So that's the difference. This way, there we go. Same colours. And on the white, it's just got this Lego. You can see it. You've got this hint of colour. This is a really nice way to pearlise your cardstock. Really nice way to add colour to something like a stamped image.
Oh, you've got a greeny one in there.
It's actually the white gold with the blue mixing.
Oh, nice. Yummy.
But we do have a green one, and I wish you'd had the green one, but you don't.
I don't have it open.
No.
Oh, okay.
Sad. I probably can't see it, like I couldn't see the other one. We've got rose gold as well, which is one of their new ones. And this is very rich as well. So this is on the reverse of that card I was doing. So we're doing reverse. So can you see that? So again, if I was to use that on white cardstock, just to show you the differences between the metals, it will be much, much darker. But I love the rose gold on white cardstock. There you go. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, you've always liked the rose gold.
It's such a lovely colour, and if you look at that on white cardstock, totally different to if you look at it on black cardstock. So if you look at those two, totally different. Same colour. So very, very versatile as products. You can use them on absolutely anything.
And long lasting, those pots have been around.
Oh yeah, these pots have been forever. They do not finish. They're 20 mil, they're in glass pots. They are absolutely beautiful to work with. So today it was really showing you some mixed media tech. Let me bring it up. So hopefully you've got the gist of what we were doing. and you've got an idea of how to use the waxes if you have them, how to use the texture molds, how to stamp, how to do techniques. This is so much, too much.
This is too much.
This is my grown-up mug.
I can't adult today. Compliments of Simply Scrapbooking in Prince George here in Canada.
Yeah.
So I think we're good. I just wanted to do a quick review of kind of what we did today. Don't go away. Don't go away.
I won't. I just put my tea down.
So today it was all about a light modelling paste and all the different types of molds that are available, including a nice non-smelly gesso, black, that can be watered down. I like the thick gessos because the white is thick too. And the reason I like the thick gessos is because they're water-based, you can take water to them. So if you like a thinner gesso look or a more see-through kind of look, if you will, then your product's going to go twice the way. So I prefer thicker opposed to thinner. Rather, because with thicker you can go thinner, but with thinner you can't go thicker.
Exactly. Less is best.
You know, less is best. So that's what we talked about today, and we talked about. I've already put them away because I was cleaning up as we were talking. But we talked about the different molds and what you can do with them, including stamping with them and doing mixed media techniques with them on back of cards. I mean, you put backing paper on this and make it all snazzy. That's what we talked about, using the molds for that. We also said that the molds can be used...
it's easy to cut as well, I think we
very
should say
easy
that.
to cut. So this is a lace.
Yeah.
Easy to cut enough. It's actually already in this shape, the lace shape. So I've used it for my tablecloth for this mixed media piece that I've done, Alice in Wonderland. And also, this is the mold that Dali used today. And that mold is just kind of torn down the middle and kind of torn around the edges, and you can see the depth of it right there. And like Dali says, you can take elements and add to them. This has got wax paste on it as well as sparkling gel, and that's why it looks more blended. And then of course we did, Dali showed you all the different techniques.
And on the other side, there's the...
Oh, I'm like, oh, that's so nice. We have that one, and then we have all the nice little shimmery stuff. I think you can see that.
Yeah.
Ooh. And then we have another one here. She did loads while I was cleaning up. And then the star of the show, come here, don't.
Oh, sorry.
Come. And then the star of the show today was her gorgeous bottle. We'll do a quick show and tell. There we go. And this means I get to drink another bottle of wine because you're going to need another one to make another one. So there you have it. We just want to say a big thank you to everybody that joined us. Last time it was our first time, so we're a little bit nervous, but we're feeling at home today. We're feeling better. And yes, thank you so much to everybody and all the local girls that I'm going out to my delivery. Say yes, I'll bring your products with me. And hopefully Tracy will let us back on here again.
Yes, we'll be well behaved.
We're well behaved, and we hope you really enjoyed it. Any parting words? Have fun, enjoy,
stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, we'll see you soon. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your questions. I know a couple of you have asked about the products and links. We will get those up to you as soon as the Facebook Live is done. And yeah, stay tuned, and hopefully we'll be back sooner than later. I want to utilize my sister while she's here before she goes back to England. Oh, we could do a joint one too.
We could.
Okay then. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a great day or night or
whatever you're doing.
Whatever you're doing, go drink some wine.
Wherever you are.
Yeah, and start creating. Okay then.
Love you all.
Thank
Bye
you.
for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.